Hi guys, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres again. The continuing saga of working in the greenhouse real quick before we have to go. We have all of our wicking beds planted with dirt and lots of veggies, lettuce, cabbage in here, cucumbers, beans. The Dutch buckets have been increased in quantity, so they're all set with a couple of cucumbers and 4 new tomato plants. The zucchini have been planted into a pot, the yellow squash have been planted into a pot. Everything else has been consolidated here, and out in the garden there's now 1 cucumber and 4 cabbage that didn't used to be out there. So the next chore, the next job, it's not a chore, is I need to get the irrigation set for this. We do have somebody coming by to make sure that the world doesn't end, or at least to attempt to forestall the world ending. We are also trying to make it as easy on him as we can. So what I have is, Henry has there's an IBC tote out there. Well, I don't remember how many gallons, he'll put it up. And we've got a hose running in through the wall with a pump, which we can turn on. I've got irrigation line running here, big irrigation line, the 3/4 inch stuff, right here. Oops, I bashed my cucumber. And I'm going to run individual lines to the trays here and to the 3 sweet potatoes and 2 squash plots. And what I'm going to do is, because unfortunately the timer I have only works in half-hour increments, so I'm going to have to control the amount of water that it puts out by either not running it too often, like maybe once a day. Once a day is the least I can run it, unfortunately, because this is not a complicated, fancy timer. We have a complicated, fancy timer, but it's become incredibly unreliable, so no. I don't need anything else unreliable right now. So I do have the ability to put emitters on the ends of the lines if it turns out that's putting too much water out. And that'll be something we'll have to experiment with. I'm just going to run lines. I'm being attacked by a moth. Blah! Go away, moth. Okay, irrigation line. Let's get to it. I have a special tool for poking holes. I have plenty of connectors for running lines. We went from trying to work in here when it was hot enough that the sweat was running down my nose to now I need a sweater, because it's now 53 degrees in here. Okay, so all I need to do is poke a hole. I will use clamps on this eventually, but for now this is good enough. I can tell I'm tired at this point. We've been putting in too many hours lately. I want to make sure this gets on good, because if it doesn't, it could pop off from the pressure, and then we'll have water squirting around the room. And while it won't do any damage, it won't do any good either, because the plant won't be getting watered. I don't normally use anything like this in here. I normally just water it myself, but it's probably not a bad idea to have this, so that we're not constantly having to be in here. It doesn't really take much time to poke the holes and get the stuff situated. The thing that takes the most amount of time is actually getting the blasted fittings in, because it's cold right now, and therefore it doesn't want to go. I think, yeah, in some of my other videos when I talk about doing irrigation, you've heard me mention using warm water or something. This is new dirt. There. This is new tubing. So it's nice and sturdy. But right now, I think I would settle for a little wimpier. I don't suppose we have a different pair of pliers around here. We've been trying to get all our tools out of here because for a while there we couldn't find anything because everything was in here. I have a hammer, but unfortunately a hammer is not the solution, although it's a temptation. Means there's water going into all of those things. Definitely going to have to put an emitter on that. That poor thing's going to drown. This is an inline. These things are notorious for clogging up. Multi-stream inline drippers. Adjustable. But how adjustable is adjustable? It says 0 to 16 gallons. Let's get these set. More to go. Whew. I am really pleased at the way the lettuce and stuff is perked up in here. If we could just keep it going for a few weeks, it'd be pretty nice to have some real salads and things. I was impressed that the green bean that I planted in here yesterday had already, I swear it grew 2 inches last night, and the cucumber has already wrapped, this cucumber down here has already wrapped its little tentacles. They're not tentacles. Tendrils, that's the word I was looking for. Tentacles sounds better though. Sounds like something from Little Shop of Horrors. Wrapped its tentacles around him. Ah. I'm having a bad case of squirrel. Because it's hard to be excited about something that's making your fingers hurt and taking forever when you just want to get it done. After I get this one on, I'm going to take a break and put the 2 things that I have done in there. That will make me feel like I'm accomplishing something. Yay! All right. Well, a half gallon per hour gives us a quart in there, so that's probably our best bet, is my guess. I mean, it was like I was sitting here thinking, what the heck am I going to do? I know this is going to be awesome, and this is going to be a great solution. I would rather have the adjustable emitters, but then I would also rather have a whole week to work through this whole issue. Close, close. Come on, kids, you can do this. I know you can. Do, 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 do. Ah, there we go. Jeez Louise. Whee. Well, this was somewhat crazy tonight. Are we still recording? Yes, and we're almost out of film. I mean, we're almost out of film. We're almost out of juice. So, this is how we're doing it. We'll let you know in a couple of weeks whether it worked or not. That pump works like a charm, so it's just a matter of whether everything else works. But I am assuming that we can make this work somehow. So, cross your fingers for us, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you'll know when we do more crazy stuff around here. And until next time, have a great week. See you later. Bye. We're done. And we didn't even run out of battery. Just barely.